And today class I'm going to be discussing about the loops. So basically, what is the meaning of loop? Loop is something like iteration. See, whenever you have a JSON data, whenever you have the array data. So JSON have two kind of things. One is a JSON array, one is a JSON object. Okay. So for object, the collection of objects may be contained with array. So when the data is coming from the servers, for example, data coming from the servers. Okay, suppose I am going to be getting the products data. So a list of products which are going to be available. For example, something like a baby products. So baby products is going to be one list. For example, cosmetics. Cosmetics is going to be a list. For example, fashion. So fashion also contained a list. For example, woman category. Woman category also one list. Men category. Men category products also in the list. Even though some kind of application, something like a Twitters. So Twitter tweets. So Twitter tweets, how Twitter tweets are going to be coming with a list of data. Even you go with the Facebook post, Facebook friend list, post is a array and a list of the friends, list of friends. This is also a list. See, majorly from servers, whenever you are going to be getting the data, so data is going to be coming as a list. For example, here products data. I may get 2000 products. And tomorrow you may get 3000 products. Day after tomorrow you may get 4000 products. And day after tomorrow you are going to be getting 5000 products. So baby products are increasing or decreasing. We don't know the number of the products, how many it is coming from. But how many number of products which are going to be coming from the servers, I just want to bind the data to the Python program. So I want to list out all the products. Whenever I want to list out all the products, for example, I want to list the first product. I want to list the second product. I want to list the third product. One by one, I want to list out all the products here. So whenever you want to list out infinity number of the products or unknown number of products like this, okay, so nth product also. So you want to receive the data like this. You want to receive the data like this. Python, we will be having a loop basically. Loops. So what this loops can do, loops can iterate the data from the list length. Loops can iterate the data from list length. So we don't know the number of the products in the list. We are actually finding the length of the list, and we iterate the data. We iterate the data until condition is not satisfied. Until condition is not satisfied. Okay, for example, I may give a simple example for this. One simple example, a small example I will show. Okay, so I'll be having something like a shoes. Okay, shoes list here. Okay, S1, comma S2, comma S3, comma S4, comma S5. I have only 5 shoes here. I want to list down all the shoes in the user interface or whatever it may be, or mobile interface. First of all, I want to bind the data into the Python list. So shoes is the Python list here. Shoes is the Python list here. How I can able to iterate all the data from the loop? So then we need to initialize the data. So you have a while loop and you will be having the for in loop. Mostly people will use the for in loop. This is the recommended one. This is the recommended one, and people can use the while loop also. Okay. So let me take one simple example how these loops are going to be working in Python. Let me take a simple example how these loops are working in Python. Okay, so let me create a new folder for today class. This is 7 a.m. Python, and let me create a new folder 13 by 3. 13 by 3. Oh, already taken. Okay, let me take 14 by 3. 14/3. Okay, so what my requirement is, I need to send the folder today. So yesterday recording also I will upload now, and today recording also I will upload. Okay, so let me access the 14/3 into the Jupyter notebook. Okay, so let me access 14/3 folder. Inside 14/3, I want to create a new file. How to create a new file? New file creation is very simple. Create a new and create a Python 3. Okay, so let me save the file. Let me save the file. Save as, and this will be loops. Okay, so don't give any extension like a .py. Automatically, Jupyter Notebook extension is a .ipynib. ipynib. But I'm just checking the name of the file loops. I don't give any extension like .py here, and no need to give the dot extension .ipynib also. No need to take this. Automatically, this will take extension called ipynib. Just give the loops and save it. Okay. Now you try to write down a simple loop. Try to write down a simple loop. Something like I'm writing names here. Just try to observe. I'm trying to writing names here. Okay. Names. Okay. Sandeep, Radhika, Lakshmana, and Geetika. Okay, so these are the names basically. What my requirement is, I want to iterate all the names in the loop. So loops have some basic common sense. So what loops can do, some common steps. The first one is initialization. Initialization. The second point is condition. The second point is condition check. And the third point is print your statement. Print your statement or implement the block. Implement the block. Okay. Okay. Until the condition is getting satisfied. Until this condition is not getting satisfied, the loop is iterate. Until condition is not getting satisfied. Until condition is not getting satisfied, loop will iterate. Loop will iterate. Okay. How this is going to be work, I will show. Okay. Let me take a while loop first. Okay. So first of all, let me give the I is the index here. I is equal to 0. So here you try to observe one thing. Index always follows with a 0. So this is a list, right? This is the list. And the list of objects means Sandeep is 0, and Radhika is 1, and Lakshmana is 2, and Geetika is 3. So we have 4 objects. The first object refers to 0, second object refers to 1, third object refers to 2, fourth object refers to 3. So we have a number of objects over there. What my requirement is, I am just trying to initializing here. This is the initialization part. This is the initialization part. Then, while I less than or equal to 0, I less than or equal to 0, then what you need to do is print of I. Okay. So just try to execute the program. When you try to execute the program, what is going to be happening? You will be having every time 0 is coming. Why? Because of I'm not incrementing this. The third one, implement the block. After this, I need to go. So let me clear the kernel. Either it is going to be running the loop infinitely until it is going to be running the loop infinitely. So the third point is very important. Implement the statement, implement the block. Then fourth point also very important. Increment or decrement. Increment or decrement value or index value. This is also important. Otherwise, it is going to be iterating for you number of times. So then I am trying to incrementing this by 1. I plus is equal to 1. I plus is equal to 1. Now you can execute it. So what is going to be happening? I is equal to 0. If I less than or equal to 0, print of I plus is equal to 1. So I plus plus is not working. I plus plus in JavaScript basically. In other programming languages, maybe you will be using I plus plus. But this is the invalid syntax. This is the invalid syntax. This is not an incremented operator for the Python. So let me try to work out what is the Python incremented operator. Python increment by operator. So what is the plus is equal to is the increment operator for you. So x plus is equal to 1 or x is equal to x plus 1, whatever you want you can use. But now our case it is I. I plus is equal to 1 we have to use. I plus is equal to 1. This is the way you can able to execute your statement. I less than or equal to 0. I am just giving 0 here, but not 0. But my requirement is what? Names dot length. Okay, let me take a 4 here. Let me take a 4. So now your output is very simple. 0 to 4 values are printing. 0. So how this program is working for you? How this program is going to be working for you, I will explain. So first of all, I is initialized with 0. Now you can check what? Condition. What is the condition? 0 less than or equal to 4. Condition is going to be true. If condition is going to be true, what it is going to be executing then? Block of the code will execute. What is the block of the code? Print of I. 0 is printing. Then immediately what is happening? I plus is equal to 1. I is incremented by 1. Now immediately in the second loop, in the loop second iteration, what is the second iteration? 1. 1 less than or equal to 4. Condition is true. If the condition is true, what is happening? 1 is going to be printing for you. Then I incremented by 1. Value is 2. Now 2 less than or equal to 4. Yeah, condition is true. Condition is true. The value is true. If condition is true, value is going to be printing for you. And then I incremented by 1. Okay, so this is iterating n number of times until the condition is not getting satisfied. When I value incremented by 1, when it is going to be 5, I less than or equal to 5. So it means 5 less than or equal to 5. 5 less than or equal to 5. In the fifth line, 5 less than or equal to 5. So then the condition is false. When the condition is false, automatically the loop
It's
is
5 less than or equal to 4, right? Because it's 5 less than or equal to 5 is true. Because 5 equal to 5, right? It is like 4 less than or equal to
4 less than or equal to 5. 4 less than or equal to 5. 4 less than 5 and 6 less than or equal to 5. Okay. So when it is going to be condition not checking, condition is not going to be checking true, then automatically loop iterates. So here what is happening? First time 0 is printing. Then 1 incremented. 1 less than or equal to 4. Yes, true. 2 less than or equal to 4. Printing. 3 less than or equal to 4. Printing. 4 less than or equal to 4. Printing. 5 less than or equal to 4. It is not printing. So when it is going to be incremented by 1, when the value 4 incremented by 1, that will be the 5. So when 5 less than or equal to 4, 5 less than or equal to 4, it is false. When the condition is false, automatically loop is terminating. Terminating means the loop stopped. Only 0 to 4 values got printed for you. Only 0 to 4 values got printed for you. This is very simple condition, but this is a lengthy one. But a very simple way, you can use a for loop also. Okay, let me give the for. For I in range of, range is the function basically. How many number of values you want to print, you can take a range function. Print I. It's a very simple one. So instead of using the while loop, you can go with the, okay, let me give range is 5. 5 numbers I want to print. 5 numbers I want to print. I starts with the 0, but range is 5. Range is nothing but range is the function which is going to be giving the length of the values. How many number of values you want to take, you can give the range. Now, so while loop is a bit lengthy code. Why? Because of first of all we are doing initialization, then we are checking with the condition, then printing the block of the code, print the block of the code. The steps I already written in the top. The same thing we are doing the increment or decrement. So here 4 cases. The first one is The first one is initialization. The second one is condition check. Second one is condition check. Third one is print block of the code. The fourth one is incrementing or decrementing by one. So some four values, four procedure steps I already given in the top. The first one is initialization. The second one is condition check. The third one is printing your statement or implementing the block. And fourth one is incrementing or decrement by index value. So until condition is not getting satisfied, loop will iterate. The same thing we implemented in the program. The same thing I implemented in the program. I value initialized with 0. While I less than or equal to 4. Then print your block of the code. So what is the now? Print I. I plus is equal to 1. Incrementing or decrementing, or I is equal to I plus 1. Whatever you want, you can do. So here you can do one more way. I is equal to I plus 1. This is also work. Okay. Now the same process for the for loop. This is while loop basically. But when I come to the for loop is very simple syntax. This is for loop, for in loop. So how this for in loop is working? So this is the initialization and the range of I and print of I. No need to increment the value. No need to increment or decrement the value. I value is iterating 5 times. That's it.
So how do you do this for character variables? I mean,
Okay. So
the names, right? You are giving the example of names.
This for yeah, I will go. So this is the for, and this is the custom variable. I is the custom variable. I'm taking index I, just index I. Okay. So I already taken names, right? So what about names? Just print the names. Okay, we have a names. Okay. So let me go with the while condition first. I is equal to 0 or name is equal to 0. Okay. So while name less than or equal to, or name index, let me take a name index here. This is the name index. Name index. Okay. Name index less than or equal to names dot length. Okay. So names dot length. Then print of name index. Then name index plus is equal to plus 1 is equal to, or name index is equal to name index plus 1. Okay, so now you can print it. So we have the attribute error. What is going to be? So length is not a proper. Okay, so list length. You can check what is the problem, list length in Python. So how to find out the list length in Python? You can check it out. So length in the JavaScript basically. Length is a method which is actually working with the JavaScript. So how to find out the list length? You can just try to work with it. There is a method called a len here. There is a method called a len. Okay, len len. So what I can do then? Okay, len of names. Okay, now the program is going to be executing. So what is the problem still? List object, no attribute called length. Length is not available. This is the names. Names already there now. Okay. Names dot len. Names dot count. Print names dot count. Okay. Built-in method is this. How to find out the length? Let me check. I'm always working on JavaScript. I'm remembering JavaScript only. Let me check. Len only. Len is equal to. len. It's not coming. Okay, len of names. Print len of names. So this is 4. That is correct. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to take the len of names here. Okay, so this will be executing for you now. So, but now what you can find out, only indexes are coming. Only indexes are coming, right? But now my requirement is I need to print
there
the
are only
names.
4 names, but indexes it gave 5, right? If you scroll, only 4 names there.
1 second. I just give an index that starts with 0.
But I mean, okay. But still, I mean, it should be given. So if you start with 0, it end at 3, right? Why is it ending at 4?
1 second. 1 second. First of all, this is len name. So just give me 1 second. This is only 4, right? Okay, starts with a 0. And the name index less than or equal to length dot names, and print name index plus 1. That is fine. Okay, so okay. So length always starts with 1, sir. See, length always starts with 1. Length starts with 1, but index starts with 0. This is a common sense. Index starts with a 0, but here we are printing only indexes, not length values. So here length means the count of the values.
Still, I mean, if you are printing indexes also, if it starts with 0, if there are only 4, it should say 0, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I will tell. So in the point of index, it will print all the indexes. In the point of names, it will print only the names. So I will check. So here, this is the length of the names, right? So length always starts with a 1. It means what? This is the 1. This is the 2. Counting way, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. But when I say length, when I say indexes, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. But here I am actually checking with the length. Checking length is only 4. Starts with 1.
Okay, that's fine, but it should print the names again, right? Why is it giving?
I will print the names. I am not printing the names. I am just printing the indexes here. So
Okay,
when I
index.
print the name, it will not comes with the 4 also. So let me print the names here. So length of names I know, but name indexes I want to print less than or equal to length of the names only. Length of the names here we know that is 4. That is 4 already we know. This is the 4. Okay, so when 5 less than or equal to 4, it will not print for you. Okay, so now I need to print what? Name of the index, names of name of index. Names of name of index. Then it will come down for you. Now,
so why you
Sandeep,
change the brackets?
names of name index. Name index is something like 0, right, for you?
Yeah, true. But why did you change the square brackets?
Yeah, I will
Why?
tell. So why I'm changing it is, so this is the names, right? So let me give the names of 0. What is the names of 0?
Sandeep.
Sandeep. Okay, let me go with the names of 1. What it is? Radhika. This time, whenever you want to receive the value from this list, you need to specify the index. So that index specification using with the square, so this bracket only, square brackets only. Index specification always with the square bracket only. So that is the why reason what I'm doing here. What I'm doing here. So here I'm just giving the 0 only. Okay. So name index is going to be printing for you, but while loop which is going to be having an index error. List is out of the range. List is out of the range. Why it is out of the range? List index out of the range. Name index plus is equal to 1. So by values are coming 5, but values are only here 4. It is out of the range, bounding out of the range. Yes, so let me do one thing. Let me overcome this problem with the for loop. For name in names, print name. Now it is working. So this is having some traceback issue. Okay. Index starts with a 0 while index less than or equal to, I'm saying. So when say less than, it is problem will solve, I think so. Yeah, problem will solve. So don't say less than or equal to. Don't say less than or equal to. When say less than, when say
you're
less,
saying that for numeric it works with less than or equal to, and for characters it is less than, or like
yes,
how?
yes, even numeric also, I'm just printing one more additional thing. See here, you can check it out. When I say less than or equal to 4, it will print 4 also. But when I say less than, only 3 values will print. 0 to 3 values will print. Now you can check. 0, 1, 2, 3.
సో
So,
కానీ ఇక్కడ ఎర్రర్ రాలే కదా ఇందాక, ఇప్పుడు ఎందుకు వస్తుంది అని ఎందుకు అక్కడ 4 నేమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి ఎర్రర్స్ వస్తుందా?
and condition అండి. So just check the condition. మన దగ్గర ఎన్ని నేమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి? 4 నేమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి.
రైట్.
సో ప్రతిసారి మీరు ఫస్ట్ when the loop is working, first index is 0. 0 is the value is there or not.
రైట్ రైట్ అది అర్థమైంది నాకు. బట్ సి ఇఫ్ అక్కడ 5 లేవు, 4 ఉన్నాయి.
4 నేమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. 4 నేమ్స్
ఫెయిల్ అయ్యి అక్కడ ఆగిపోవాలి, అంతేగాని ఎర్రర్ ఎందుకు వస్తుంది అనేది క్వశ్చన్.
See, whenever your loop is working, index is incrementing some. So after printing the 4 also, after printing the Geetika also, value is incrementing.
Yes.
But that incrementing value we don't check. We don't want to check. But when I say less than or equal to, it will check.
సో అప్పుడు జస్ట్ నేను +1 అంట.
+1 కంపల్సరీ ఇవ్వాల్సిందే, ఇంక్రిమెంట్ చేయాల్సిందే.
లెస్ దెన్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్ + 1 ఇవ్వాల్సిందే.
ఇండెక్స్ షుడ్ బి ఇంక్రిమెంటెడ్. ఇండెక్స్ ఇంక్రిమెంట్ కాకపోతే మీకు వాల్యూ అనేది ముందుకు వెళ్ళదు. ఫస్ట్ 0 ప్రింట్ అయిన తర్వాత
రివర్స్ లో డిక్రిమెంట్ అయితే అక్కడ 5 తో స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాము మనం అప్పుడు.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ. లేదు 4 తోనే స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి. whenever you want to go for the increment,
I mean అంటే 0 బదులు 4 తో స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాం. మైనస్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు 1 అంటాం.
yes correct. Okay, so ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఫర్ లూప్ అయితే this number of problems you should not care. So name index బదులు you can give the I. See, instead of the name index is a big number, big string, right? You can say index names of I. It's a very simple one. I plus 1 equal to 0. I means index. I is a simple declaration of index, but that is your custom name, right? Here I am taking a name in names. I pen name in names means over. Name is your custom variable. Names are none. Okay, so you may ask, sir, can I give for n in names? N in names. Names compulsory, but n is your issue. Names compulsory, but n is your wish. N is your custom variable. Then print n number of names only comes. Okay, the same thing I will show for I in. Okay, so let me give something like this. Apple. Same list I'm taking. Apple, Samsung. So here I'm not actually declaring the variable first. I'm just taking the variable like this. So here I want to take, here I'm taking basically devices. Now I'm taking a device. I want to print each and every device. Then print device. Every device will print. Every device will iterate for you. Okay. So this is the way. Let me give the range for I in range of 10, 20.
And so index should be always I, or it can be.
No, that is your name. That is your custom name. I can give.
I can put anything.
You can put anything. Okay, so
range function.
Range is the range. It's a function.
Right.
Okay, now you see, I say I in range of 10 to 20 means what? From 10, 20 values I want to. So from 10 to 20, I want to print 10 values. 10. This is the 10, 11, 12, 13. Start index, end index. This is starting index and this is ending index. So I to the 10 values I want to print from 10 to 20.
ఇప్పుడు ఆ ఐని వేరే టీ తో రీప్లేస్ చేయండి. ఫర్ టీ
whatever it may be. You can say T, you can say yes, you can say yes, whatever it may be. That is not.
ఓకే. సో అది అప్పుడు అట్లా ఫర్ అన్నప్పుడు అది ఇండెక్సే. సో ఇట్ హ్యాస్ టు ఐ మీన్
We should take index first. Okay, if I say D means device.
ఓకే. అంటే అది ఇండెక్స్ అనుకోవాలా మనం అని అడుగుతున్నాను. దాని ఇండెక్స్
Yeah,
అంటారా?
that is index. That is number.
ఇండెక్స్.
That is index. That is a number.
Okay.
Okay, so here I am saying range function which is going to be having so previously I given a simple example for I in range of 10 number. When I say 10, it will start with the 0 and it will print the 10 values.
Until 9.
Start with the 0, it will print 10 values. 10 values, 10 count, it means 0 to 9. So this time what I am doing for I in for I in range of 4, 8. What it will do? 4 to 8. 4 to 8 means 8 is the index, last index minus 1. Last index minus 1 is 7 only print. Starting index, this is the starting index. This is the last index minus 1. What is going to be happening here? In the range, what we are doing, when you give the two numbers, the one is the starting index. The first one is the starting index. Second one is the ending index minus 1. Second one is the ending index minus 1. But first value prefers to count of the values. How many number of count I want to print? So previous one you can see. How many number of values I want to print? 10. The first index always refers to how many number of values. At the same time, it is the starting index. It is the starting number.
కొంచెం ఐ మీన్ సబ్స్ట్రింగ్ ఫంక్షన్ అన్నట్లు 4,8 అంటే 4 నుంచి 8 ఇస్తది మనకు సబ్స్ట్రింగ్ లో.
4 అంటే 4 is the starting number. And
అంటే యూజువల్లీ ఇప్పుడు మన సబ్స్ట్రింగ్ కి సింటాక్స్ ఇదే. సబ్స్ట్రింగ్ ఆఫ్ 4,8 అంటే
that is different. I will tell you.
8 అదే.
For example, something like str. Str is equal to hello good morning. Hello good morning. So when I want to print str, let me print str. Str is this. But str of 4 colon 6 or 7 I say. Okay, so this is a 0 and z. These two will print. This is the index 0. This is the index 1. Let me show. This is the index 0. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, this is the index 0.
కొంచెం కన్ఫ్యూజింగ్ ఉంది. అంటే ఫిఫ్త్ నెంబర్
ఇది 0 అండి, ఇది 1, ఇది 2. ఇది when I come to the length, when I come to the index finding, that is 0 starts with. ఇక్కడ ఇండెక్స్ ఫైండ్ చేస్తున్నాం.
అది అంటే ఎప్పుడు ఇండెక్స్ చూస్తది, ఎప్పుడు లెంత్ చూస్తది అనేది
మనము when I go for the range function is different. Range అనేది it is actually range is something like I will show. Range is something like this one. I want to check the range is something like a path. Range is something like a length అన్నమాట, పొడవు. దాన్ని range అంటాం. Range function always calculate starting point as a not an index. Suppose if I say range 5 అంటే 5 numbers వస్తాయి. Range 4 అంటే 4 numbers వస్తాయి. ఇక్కడ ఇండెక్స్ అనే కాన్సెప్ట్ లేదు. రేంజ్ లో అసలు ఇండెక్స్ అనే కాన్సెప్ట్ లేదు, గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. రేంజ్ ఈజ్ ద లెంత్, పొడవు. ఓకే, సో వెన్ ఐ సే ఇక్కడ వెళ్తాము, రేంజ్కి వెళ్తాం. చూడండి మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి ఇక్కడ పైకి వెళ్తాము. లెట్ మీ ప్రింట్ అ స్మాల్ రేంజ్. దెన్ యూ కెన్ అండర్స్టాండ్. ఫర్ ఐ ఇన్ రేంజ్ ఆఫ్ 3, only 3 values I want to print. Okay, so let me print the value. Print of I. Now చూడండి, this range is starting. How many number of values I want to take? 3. But start with a 0. అది ఇండెక్స్ కౌంట్ చేసుకుంటూ స్టార్ట్ చేసుకుంటుంది. బట్ మనం ఇక్కడ ఇండెక్స్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయట్లేదు, లెంత్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తాం. రేంజ్ ఈజ్ ఆల్వేస్ లెంత్ అనమాట. ఓకే, స్టార్ట్స్ విత్ 0. ఎందుకంటే మీకు లిస్ట్ కానివ్వండి, టపుల్ కానివ్వండి, సెట్ కానివ్వండి, ఏదైనా 0తోనే స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ కి అండర్స్టాండ్ అయ్యేది 0 కౌంట్. స్టార్ట్ విత్ ద నెంబర్ ఇస్ 0. ఓకే, సో అదే ఇక్కడ నేను ఫర్ ఐ ఇన్ రేంజ్ ఆఫ్, ఇక్కడ నేను 0 అనేది తీసేస్తాను. సంథింగ్ లైక్ 2, 5 అంటారు. Now tell me what is the 2, 5 అవుట్పుట్ అంటే స్టార్ట్ విత్ ద 2 ఓన్లీ. నేను స్టార్టింగ్ నెంబర్ చెప్పేసాను ఆల్రెడీ. డోంట్ టేక్ 0, గో విత్ 2 అన్నాను. బట్ గో విత్ ద 5 minus 1. ద లాస్ట్ నెంబర్ is 5 minus 1. వాట్ ఈస్ ద 5 minus 1 అనేది 4. Got my point? But here this case it is different. Here it is suppose I want to say 0 to 4. When I say 0 to 4, it will start with the h2 4. 4 means
ఓకే, ఇది సబ్స్ట్రింగ్ అన్నమాట. ఇప్పుడు
0 1 2 3
Semester.
and the last index అనేది index minus 1. It means 0 1 2 3 only print. 4 will not print. Here it is starting index and ending index minus 1. Here also starting index comma ending index minus 1. Every time it is same thing. Ending index minus 1. Okay, ఇంకొక చిన్న ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చూద్దాం ఉండండి. So for I in range of 10, 100, 10. ఇంకొక చిన్న ఎగ్జాంపుల్. Print of I. This is also range, but you may understand something now.
మల్టిపుల్స్ ఆఫ్ 10.
Step of 10, not multiples of 10. 10 to 100 I want to take. So starting value is 10 and ending value is 99. Just check, understand. Starting value 10, ending value
100.
no 95, 99. 100 minus 1,
ఓకే,
99. But 10 నుంచి స్టార్ట్ చేస్తే 10 plus 10 అంటే రేంజ్ చెప్పాను. థర్డ్ వన్ ఇస్ ద రేంజ్. థర్డ్ వాల్యూ ఇస్ ద రేంజ్. రేంజ్ అంటే నంబర్. ఓకే, ఫస్ట్ వాల్యూ ప్రింట్ 10, then immediately 20, then immediately 30, then immediately 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 and 90. then 100కి వెళ్ళడానికి లేదు ఛాన్స్, ఎందుకంటే మనకు ఉంది 99 వాల్యూస్. there is no 10 నెంబర్ ఇంక్రీస్డ్. 90 నుంచి 10 నెంబర్ ఇంక్రిమెంట్ లేదు. సో అందుకనే 90తో అయిపోయింది. కెన్ యూ సీ? ఓకే, ఇంకొక చిన్న ఎగ్జాంపుల్.